everyone, welcome back to Base Damage. I got something we need to talk about today. Basically, I was going to be doing the tournament report for the month of May, and that is still going to be coming out. We're going to cover the other three, but there's one in particular that we absolutely need to cover for this. I know this is the middle of June, and the particular event happened about a month ago, but I do feel this is necessary to talk about. This is Springfest we're looking at on Weiss Tea Time. I figured I need to make another video to milk as much content from them as humanly possible. And there is just a very, very interesting thing that happened with Bulgaria. This is teams. You realize you're only seeing one deck profile per, because they only had 9 players, as opposed to, let's continue, 43 teams, not players, teams. You got to think, the number of players is multiplied times 3 for this number. So in Duluth, which shout outs to clearly the best team in 4th place right there, 43 times 3 is 129 players. I'm emphasizing this because this only had fucking 9. This is actually crazy. I wanted to cover this last month, but the initial video that I recorded for that, I came off way too strong, way too angry, and if you think what I'm saying now sounds too angry, you ain't seen shit. To kind of give some context for this, though, if we go over to the Bushiroad.com site, and this is something that I made another video about a while back. Under Regional Championship, which is what the tab you have to go to for the particular for the Springfest information and everything, and it shows you the locations, it shows you everywhere that you're able to go. So if you go over to Europe and we scroll down a little bit, we have Bulgaria. I'm going to look at Spain first, just to give you a comparison. So in Spain, without the S, they did state, kindly note that the following products are not allowed for Bushiroad Springfest 2024 at this location. So when we looked at the Spain results last month, this one, sorry. Yes, so in April in Barcelona, you had to take into account this entire thing right here with the fact that you could not run the booster pack and trial deck for Adventure Time. So you just couldn't run the Adventure Time set. Nor could you run any of quintessential quintuplets. So in here, you're not going to see any quints. You're not going to see any Adventure Time. Whether you thought you were going to see them or not is a different story. But then you jump to the very next one. Actually, I don't even see... I do not even see quints in there. But Bulgaria had a much, much different result thing here. Let's just do this and let me scoot my ass over here. This is actually insane. So obviously at the events they host Vanguard. So Vanguard couldn't host or couldn't use a particular booster pack. I think was a recency thing. Basically where this had just come out and just wasn't like legal for tournament play just yet. But for Weiss, look at this shit. Look at this shit. This is actually crazy. I've already counted up everything. It's 14 different series that cannot be run. Between Attack on Titan Final Season, you can still run original Attack on Titan apparently. Adventure Time, Lycoris Recoil, which I think Lycoris Recoil may have been a recency thing. I'm not certain on that one. This was, like I said, I recorded this like a month ago, and I'm re-recording it the week that this comes out. From here down, every last bit of Hololive could not be used. So you can't go run Gura. Oh, yeah, there's even more. I had to scroll down even further. Mob Psycho, Quintessential Quintuplets again, Ruby, Deadly Sins. And it's not like, oh, there's only a couple that don't matter in here. No, you do have several that actually matter. Obviously, people are running Lyco Rico. People are running, where did it go? Avatar The Last Airbender So that's a big one. There's so many different variations of Hololive. You do have Quince, obviously. Deadly Sins is still played. I know Tokyo Revengers, shout outs to Gothmom. But like, you had so many sets that were not allowed. I don't know if it's a thing of just people didn't show up or people showed up and got disqualified. I don't know which it is for this in particular. And I'm going to cover the rest of the May regionals and everything in the actual tournament report. But I don't even feel like going over this. I do want to say congrats to the people who did play. Congrats to the people who topped. I'm not trying to downplay, what they had to do, except for the fact of they played an entirely different format. They played Fall Fest in the middle of May. Like if you really want to put it into perspective here, this is kind of crazy when you think of everyone else is having to play teams and having to play against Hololive, Avatar: The Last Airbender. You're playing against a lot of stuff. For some reason, Chainsaw Man was not on this list. So you just had obviously the top two is Hime no Aki, is Chainsaw Man. This turned from a regionals into what is essentially a locals. That feels weird to say. That feels so weird to say, man. I don't know how else to describe it. So we had two Chainsaw Man, a Batman Ninja. I actually didn't know what this was at first. I'm like, what? But it's Batman Ninja and Guilty Gear Strive. And congrats to all these people, to all 9 of you that actually were able to play. But you gotta think where people rocked up, or they. So I wish, I would love to talk to someone who went to this. I don't care who it is. It could be the very person who got last place. And I would just love to pick somebody's brain for what actually happened for this. Because I don't go on Twitter. I don't know what really has, if anyone said anything about this when it occurred. I just really do not know what happened for this. If someone watching this in the comments, please explain to me what the fuck happened. Was it a thing where just nobody turned up because it's Bulgaria? I don't want to sound offensive to people who live in Bulgaria. I just don't know your population. I don't know geography. I don't know what other places it's closer to, or where they could have had a regionals that was closer. I just don't know. I'm a truck driver. I know geography for America, not for other countries. I'm sorry. But did people just not show up? Was it just 3 teams rocked up and was like, hey, we're actually got decks that are legal, and they're like, well, there's not enough of you to actually do this. Y'all just want to do singles, or is it a ton of people showed up and then all got turned away because 1 or 2 of their players per team had Atla, had Hololive, stuff like that. And you got to think the team that's I'm going to go meme with Batman Ninja is oh shit, I got 3rd place, at the end of the day, man. I don't know. I'm just going to make this a short little video. This is a problem. I'm going to assume we are not having another tournament in Bulgaria next year. If we do, and this massive list is still here, that's going to be a major problem. This does not look good for Bushi. How do you expect to get people into the game if you're going to host something somewhere that, for one reason or another, I know there's copyright stuff, I know there's production stuff, I realize there's issues. We've had the same issues before with Costa Rica not being able to run the most recent Overlord stuff, but the person who, there was a whole debacle with that. I have a different video on that. Go check that out. If they do the same thing, I do not think they're going to allow for that, because there's no point in running this. I really hope the Vanguard turnout was way better. I really hope it was. Otherwise, they're just not getting it next year. So, or if they show up, they're going to be well, there's just not going to be any Weiss Schwarz here because clearly nobody showed up. Well, yeah, if you ban half the shit that's playable, that actually matters, like, yeah, of course people ain't gonna rock up. Like, okay, I don't know. I'd love to talk to somebody. If you went to this, feel free to hit me up, join the Discord, and search for my name, Cade, and feel free to DM me. By all means, I would love to talk to you and see what the hell actually, and get like a somebody who like was there. I would love to find out what happened. Thank you very much. That is going to be it. I will post the next video is going to be the actual tournament report. I'm just going to skip Bulgaria on that one. Thank y'all very much. Y'all have a great day. Peace.